Yeah.
Hi guys, welcome to Get Real with Rick Dancer. There's Aaron Swan with Easy Credit Consulting, and we are here at the Vintage Industry in Springfield. So I'm going to give you guys a little look here. This is like on the corner of 21st and Main in Springfield. There's like little antique stores everywhere, but this sucker is huge. So I asked Aaron, because Aaron talk about credit and what we can do to better ourselves, and this is like the place where she goes when she blows it.
I love this place. I actually have a budget.
She has
Once in a while I do go over, but I love this place. You can get some great deals on some antique stuff, or upcycle stuff, trendy stuff, decor, or for little events.
All right, let's go look.
Let's go shopping.
Come here. So we're gonna go shopping in here. I go shopping with Aaron a lot. I probably go shopping more with you than I do with my wife.
We'll invite her next time.
So you guys, this is the shop, and come here, Winter. This is Winter.
Hi.
And so Winter is the daughter-in-law of the
Kathy.
owner, Kathy. And Kathy and I
He
have...
sort of knows, but he doesn't actually know.
I don't remember her, but Kathy, she what?
She did your son's hair
She
for years.
She used to cut my kids' hair for years, so she knows my wife. I'm so glad my wife doesn't know about this shop. But what are you guys known for?
So we're known for it's trendy vintage stuff. And a lot of it, we do upcycling. So we have a lot of people that come in and they take old furniture and they put like a sort of what's popular right now, a twist on it. And yeah.
Show me. Okay, so show us. Come on, Winter. Get over here.
So I'm actually going to show you a different spot.
This is your favorite spot.
This is my favorite spot. This is my mother-in-law's. But
So do people have consignments in here then?
so there's over 50 different dealers
In here?
in here. So like this one over here, she actually tears down barns, and a lot of her stuff, I'll show you.
This here?
Right here. So almost all of her stuff is built from,
Oh, from
all of
barnwood.
this is built from one barn.
Seriously?
Yeah, so these are all beams from like a really old barn. And
Oh
then
my gosh.
Does she sell the whole structure?
I don't think so.
So look at
She's
oh,
pretty
yeah,
fond
so
of this. And then she gets different pieces from old houses that she helps tear down and that kind of stuff. And she does her own. She builds a lot of her own furniture too.
Look at this stuff. You guys look. Come on. There we go. There. Sorry, guys. Look at that lamp. So this is what vintage is. This is what we're talking about.
Yes, sort of like older stuff, but with a twist on it that makes it what's popular.
Because are people still into antiques as much as they used to?
Not the same antiques that they used to be.
Right. That's what I find, because we have antiques, and I think some of the stuff like old clocks
Yeah.
and things like that, we want functional.
Yes,
And
exactly.
old clocks, I have a grandfather clock that winds every 8 hours.
Yeah,
So I
well,
don't wind it that often.
No,
because,
I don't think that would
see,
tell.
people don't want to do that anymore, do
No,
they? But they
um,
want the look of like something like that
Yes.
hutch. So there's a hutch that's very usable, but you could put that in a modern house as
Exactly.
well.
Yes.
And that's what you got. Oh my gosh.
Sort of like the
you
shadow
guys,
sheet.
so look at that. How many square feet? So there's how much?
40,000.
40,000
over,
square
actually.
feet
About an acre.
of space in here. Does your Wi-Fi go all the way? Watch you. There we go. Okay. Sorry, guys. We just have a little, sometimes Wi-Fi doesn't do things. But this is, so it's Vintage Industry. Oh my gosh. Look at this stuff. So we're live, just so you know, so don't, you're fine. Just don't do anything illegal. Cut it there. Yeah, we'll come back over this way. So you guys, there's a downstairs too, right?
There's an upstairs.
There's an
so
upstairs.
This is a big circle.
In and out here. Yes, I'm going to stick around to the front here, but so there's an upstairs, and this is more than 40,000 square feet. So that's what you were saying?
That 42,000 is about an acre.
So that's about an acre of people's stuff that you can come in here. Oh my gosh, it's everywhere. Look at this. So this is Aaron. So I asked Aaron. Thank you, Winter.
You're welcome.
So I asked Aaron. Those are cute. Did you see those little things?
Yeah, I've been here scouting stuff
You guys
out.
check this out. So
Yeah.
look, for Easter stuff. Look at that.
Yeah,
I
all
better
the,
be careful. Those are real eggs.
the little shops always, most of them anyways, they'll be seasonal. You'll come in, you'll have Valentine's stuff, Easter stuff, or whatever the season is. They like change it up.
So Aaron's with Easy Credit Consulting, and I said, where do you want to go for our show this month? And she says, you know where I hang out all the time is like the Vintage Industry store. This is on Main Street and 21st in Springfield. There's a whole cluster of little antique stores over here. And so you come in here with a budget, though.
Yeah. Yes, I give myself a limit which I guess you could call a budget, and I can buy anything I want in there. And sometimes I have no idea what I'm looking for until I get here, and then I just find really cool stuff.
Hold on, look at this. Check this out. Look at this, you guys. So look at it's a little glass jar, and then they put a little egg with a little bit of moss in there.
Lots of really cool stuff.
I think that's what's it's so clever, because you're taking things that I would never think about doing things with and finding a purpose. So it's repurposing things.
Yeah, and if we can go, I'll see if we can go over there. They've got some really cool stuff over there.
Okay,
some
we're gonna try.
dressers and some other cool stuff.
All right, so we're going to try and move and see if we can keep the Wi-Fi. That thing, look at that. I really think that's cool. Okay, so here we are.
It's got really neat feel in here too.
Look at this, you guys. So we have an, I don't know. Okay, you guys, I am sorry, but we're trying to keep, there we go.
And
Okay.
if you look right behind me, this store, they've got theirs all like Eastered out and stuff. So they've got lots of really cool stuff in here.
Wow.
I was hoping to find, it's a good place to look for things that you wouldn't normally find. Like I love to shop at like TJ Maxx, but they have some really cool stuff. I was looking for a stool. I got a little vanity for my bedroom to do my makeup.
Okay, sorry guys. It cuts in and out a little bit, but look at that lamp. Would you do me a favor?
Which one?
See the tall green one with the bulb in it?
This one?
Yeah, go look, see how much that is. So we're shopping with Erin Swan.
This one's $56.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
And you guys, we're at the Vintage Industry store, 40,000 square feet of vintage stuff and antiques and barnwood and all kinds. Erin is our consumer credit person. She's the woman who consults us on our credit and what we need to know. So here's what I want to know. I want to know why the Wi-Fi keeps going out. There we go. I'm gonna stick it right here, and we'll see if we can keep our Wi-Fi.
Right.
So come up closer. So what should people know when they're going out shopping like that to create a budget? I mean, you're the expert, so when they're creating a budget to go out and look for stuff like this, what should I do? How do I do that?
Well, you need to know what you're looking for first, and then see if there's anything you have that you can recycle at home, to things you can use for other stuff. We do that all the time. We had like this little thing that's supposed to be for toys, and it was my niece's and she didn't want it anymore, so now it's like a little shoe rack for my daughter. So we save a little bit of money there. That's something that she already needed, so we'll take that money and we'll go to buy something else. So just figure out what you're trying to buy and then look around, because there's a lot of the same stuff in different shops here, but for different prices. You know, look on eBay, but if you're going to go out in the stores, look, you know, just make sure you compare prices and have an idea of what you're going to buy and what you're looking for. What are the pieces you have to have, and what are the pieces you can wait on, and what are the pieces that you can live without.
So one of the things I think would be smart about coming to a place like this too is you walk around and you start seeing and maybe going, okay, so like here, you see this little wooden chest. Well, I wouldn't know what to do with that. And what if I have one of these, something like that at home? Mm-hmm. You come in here and you get ideas for people. Mm-hmm. I remember years ago, my wife went into an antique store and she found these doorknob shelves. Uh-huh. So when I remodeled our house, we have a 117-year-old house, I took the siding off, made those into wall brackets, and then posted those doorknobs, the old glass doorknobs on them, and that's what we hang our towels on in our bathroom.
Yeah.
So we recycled old doorknobs, we recycled the siding from our house. I used to make bird houses out of the siding from my house.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you really can recycle this stuff and make some cool stuff, but you got to have the Vintage Industry right near my house. Oh, is that Corey? That's where it is. Yeah, I haven't been in here in years. And Kathy, the current owner, bought it 3 years ago. And you guys, there's over 40,000 square feet. And so this is where you come get ideas for what you're going to do.
Well, yeah, and look for things. I bought my daughter a dresser, and dressers are expensive, and you can get some like expensive, cheap, shitty looking ones. We got a really cool like French provincial one that they had here for a really good deal. So they have all sorts of really cool stuff that you can find.
And you're recycling.
You are recycling. And then, you know, you come in here, and like you said, you're looking for stuff, and you don't know, and you see items that you're like, I have that, or I know someone who has it, and yard sale season's coming up. So you're going to get ideas while walking through the store on, if you see one of those things, maybe you can make it yourself for cheaper and buy some of the other pieces that you can't do here.
Okay, so tax day is just like, you know, April 5th. April
14th.
14th or
I think
something?
it's the 14th.
So what are some things people should be doing to thinking about? Because, everybody wants to spend that.
Yeah, these
if they're
people
getting
think it's
something back.
free money. It's not free money. What you
It's
should-
your money.
It is your money. And it's kind of like a savings account without interest, which really kind of sucks. But anyways,
Why don't you tell us what you really think, Aaron?
So what
yeah.
people
Oh, I get it. So I loan the government my money.
yeah, and no
they
interest.
keep it no interest, and then
you
they
have-
give it back.
Yep,
It's
and then
it's
you
my
have to
money.
file properly to get all of it back. Sometimes people don't get all of it back. So, take the money and look at some of the stuff you have. If there's anything that you can prepay for the year, like your internet for the year, or your garbage for the year, or your
That's a good
cable,
idea.
pay some of those things in a year in advance, or like 13, 14 months. That way, because your taxes, are 12 months, and so you're always paid ahead. But don't go below that money that you just saved, the $50 for cable or whatever it was a month. Start doing something with that. Put it into retirement. Buy life insurance. Do something with it. Figure out how to pay down some bills, do those kind of things. So find useful ways to use that money. I get you want to go on vacation, and great, maybe have a weekend trip, give yourself $500 or $1,000 depending on your family size, but the rest of it, make your money work for you. How often do you get, I don't know, some people only get a little tax return back, 5,000.
I always pay. Well, actually, mine that comes back, we end up putting it into an IRA for the future. I mean, we just
Yeah.
take it, we just keep rolling it over into that because I'll spend it.
Well, people with young kids get quite a bit of money back. They get
Yeah.
the tax credits and stuff. So a lot of those people, I know a lot of people get 5, 6, 7, 10.
Can I rent your child?
Sure.
Mine are gone.
As long as she could stay the night so that I could
Oh yeah. Oh, no,
So I can
see, I was
see all night
thinking
long.
in name only.
Oh, no.
No, you don't do that.
no.
It could be a business. Rent a child.
could be.
For people my
It could
age,
be.
like in your late 50s, you could rent a
Or
child.
single guys, they can rent the kid.
Rent a kid.
To
Aaron
the
has
chicks.
Aaron's new service. Rent a child.
No.
No.
But yeah, make your money work for you. Take the money and then do something that needs to be done. Is there something that you need to get done on your house? New water heater. Use it, make it work for you. It's not money that you're actually taking out of an account that you're like hurts you when you see your savings account have $6,000 in it, and then you got to pull money out. You're like, oh, that hurts. This is money that is just kind of going in and out, and it's just filtering through you. Find a proper way to spend it. We help with that. Figure out what the best way to allocate your money. Is it to pay off debt? Is it to put money down on a car? Is it to fix your car? Is it to start your investments, get your life insurance? People need that. What happens if you die? What's going to happen to your kids? If your work gives you a $10,000 policy, that won't even cover a funeral cost.
And you guys, what she does is what Aaron and her crew do is they get people who have really, really, really bad credit.
Not really. Some people have really, really bad credit.
But
Some
you
people
can
just have
help
a few
them
hiccups.
fix. You can help them fix that.
We do actually. We have somebody that I just did their thing yesterday. Looked at their review, and they're in the 700s, the mid 700s, and they came to me at like 450 in like 4 or 5 months. It happens all the time. If they listen to what I tell them to do, then they have the results. Some of them don't listen, so they don't get the results they want.
So you sit down and counsel people on what to do. You come up with a plan.
Yep.
And say this is what you do. And people don't. They pay you if you bring those numbers in.
So
Explain how that works.
for credit repair, yeah, we're success based. So if we never repair anything, you never pay us for it. But if we repair the items, you pay per item that's repaired. So if you had 10 items and we only ever fix 3, you only ever pay for those 3.
And why is that important that people pay for that? Get that stuff repaired.
Getting it repaired or getting it removed. So there's 2 different things. We could fix a late payment or get like a charge off or a bankruptcy. You don't fix those. You just remove them off the credit like they never existed, because it affects your risk level as a consumer. Think about it. If you were the bank and you were going to lend someone money with the credit that you have, would you lend them your money? Would you feel comfortable with it?
Right.
Probably not.
Right.
But if all that nasty stuff was cleaned off, you'd probably want to lend them money because there's a pretty good chance that they're going to pay you back. So we want to get you into that position where they want to give you money at little to no interest.
Now here's another thing, because I think a lot of people don't do this. Because there's schools of thought that pay with cash because you'll stick to your budget more carefully. But you're really big on getting credit.
Yeah, you need credit. There are people that say credit's the devil. They don't like the credit and they want to just pay cash. Well, here's the thing: is that you pay cash for like your cell phone bill and your power bill, and you're not getting any credit for those. So you get people that come in and they're like, I pay my my utility bills on time. I got great credit. Well, that's congratulations, gold star for you. But you don't get any credit for that. So what you should be doing is if you have a credit card, get one. Or this is how you should use it. Take that credit card, let's say it's $1,000, and take $300 worth of your bills because you don't want to use more than 30% of your limit, and have those bills billed to that credit card every month. and then have it auto draft that $300 in cash that you would have spent out of your checking account to pay the bill in full. You won't be paying any interest on it, and you'll be earning credit for that $300 worth of payments that month that you wouldn't have. So your electric bill, your cable bill, whatever it is that equals that amount.
Because it's stuff you're going to have anyway.
Yeah, you got to pay these things
And
anyway.
so rather than using it and just writing a check for it every time, you go in and you're doing the same thing, but you're playing the system.
Yeah, we're working the system.
Because you have to.
You have to. So yeah, because think about it. If you're paying all these bills and people go, well, I got this credit card, I got to use it to earn credit. Well, yeah, you do. But doesn't mean you have to buy crap that you don't need and go in debt. Spend it on stuff that you're already spending it on, and have it in
TV
your
bills,
budget.
things
like that,
That's
because
a
you're
great
already
idea.
spending that money, and so now you're earning credit for the same amount of money.
See, I love the way you think because you kind of you get it.
I
well,
do.
And she knows because she's been somebody with not good credit.
Yeah,
and
I had to
got it.
rebuild my credit and when I was younger, and I was dumb, and I had to rely on my sister and her husband for a lot of stuff, and so it was a hard lesson. But from that, I've learned, and that's why I think we're so good at doing what we do, is because we've been through it. We're not judging you. I really don't care how you got here. I need to know so we can fix it and teach you not to do it again. But there's no judgment here. We've all made stupid things. I've had charge-off credit cards. I had to file for bankruptcy. Not fun.
And she's tough.
And
So if you get on her plan and then you go out and start saying, "Hey, Aaron, I found a car I want to buy," then Aaron pulls out her file and says, "Let's see. Oh, guess what? Car's not on your list. Bye-bye."
Yeah, we're pretty strict with our clients. They have a goal they want to get to, and they think that they know what they need to do, and that's why they come to us, because I actually know. I can look at all of it, your credit report, your finances, and your goal. Are you want to buy a house? You want to buy a car? You want to set up for retirement? Do you want to save money? Are you overwhelmed in credit card debt? We have people that enroll in our debt consolidation program, $70,000, $80,000, $90,000, $100,000 in debt all the time. All the time. And we've reduced it down to 45%. So over 50% savings, and they pay it back in 3 years at 0%. So pretty cool. They save usually over half their money every month. And then we take that money that they saved, give them a little back for their budget, but then we take it and we help them get their life insurance set up, get their retirement started, pay some of these other things down that they couldn't include in the debt consolidation, maybe save for a budget, set up the way that they should have their money going and being accounted for.
Is it, Gina wants to know how much does it cost per item. Gina, you should just call them. In fact, somebody can put your number in there.
Yeah.
And because she can talk you through that and kind of give you an idea of what goes on and how that works.
So our number's 541-255-2044.
Now, here's the other thing I wanted to say something about. I'm reading a book right now on finance stuff, and it's interesting because the first thing the guy says in the book is just most people are afraid of this, so we avoid it. We don't want, we know we need to know more, we need to be smarter with what we're doing, and we have investors who are putting money in and they're taking part of our money for doing that, and we don't think that. And he's saying, first of all, just jump in and don't be afraid.
That, and then people eat that, and then they just bury their head. A lot of the clients that we get, they bury their head. We had a girl that came in recently, and she's like, you know what, this is the year I'm going to become responsible. I'm like, are you effing kidding me? You have a 12-year-old kid, and you're just going to become responsible this year? Like, seriously? What the hell have you been doing for 12 years caring for your child? You need to be responsible. And some of these things, you got to feed your kid. You got to pay your bills. You have to make these choices. And you have to make choices, and sometimes you have to make shitty ones. You feed your kid and you don't pay your credit card bill. It happens. But how can you stop that from being a cycle?
Pattern.
Yeah, it happens, but there's ways to fix it. And that's what we want to help people do, is fix it and get it, education and knowledge so that they have these tools going forward.
So you sit down with people and just look over their budget and then you help them come up with a way to do this stuff.
Yeah, we do what's like an intake, and we ask them some questions about what their goals are, their situation. We look at their credit, their budget, and then from there we take all that knowledge and then we put them into the plan that best fits them. But we don't have like 5 plans. We have like a quadrillion plans because everybody needs a little bit of this or that or the other. And so we make each plan custom for them.
So you guys, we're at Vintage Industry. This is Erin Swan, her favorite place to shop. Hi, Tanya. How are you? And so we're in here because it's vintage stuff. This is one way you can save money is by going around, and before you go out and buy, go to a place like this because you can find ideas to go home with, or you can pick up stuff here. But you can also see how people are using things, and don't go waste your money at TJ Maxx or someplace like that, even though I spend money at TJ Maxx.
I love TJ Maxx.
Yeah, but here you can come in and go, maybe there's a way you can do something with something you already have at home.
Yeah, and there are pieces here that I'll be like, oh man, I can do that. I can sew. We do woodworking and electrical and all that stuff when we remodel my house.
Well, God, she remodeled her house. This woman is like, She makes me look like a fool.
Yeah, I was in the attic last night refixing a wire. But anyways, there's things here, but I'm like, it's either not worth my time to make it, or it would just take too much time. I don't have the time, or somebody else did a much better job. And when you do the dollar value for purchasing it versus your time and materials, it's better to buy that. And then there are other things that you're like, you know what, I have that at home. I can do that. I got this ugly little stool and I was going to throw it away. And my mom's like, no, let's strip off the paint and I'll paint it for you. So she stripped the paint off and she's going to paint it. So now I have a little stool. It's like a little timeout stool that can go in the corner.
Is that for you or your daughter?
I wish it was for me. I love to have a timeout where I don't have to do anything for 5 minutes.
Timeout when you're a kid is not fun, but when you're an adult, wouldn't you love that?
She tells me, no, you timeout. I said, all right.
Gosh, I would love anybody want to just call me up? I'll put my number on here and just say, Rick, take a 10-minute timeout. I would love to take that in my life.
Yeah.
So Erin does credit consulting, and so she'll sit down with you and help you if you have a bankruptcy or something like that on your records. She can work with you to help clear those.
And we help people before bankruptcy too. A lot of times people go into bankruptcy because they have a lot of this debt and they've just gotten themselves in a situation, the 2-income trap, where they got 2 car payments and they have to have two people's income to live, and then one of them loses their job or gets hurt, and then that's where the down cycle happens, and then they get relationship problems and a divorce and all the rest of the crap that goes with that.
With life.
Yeah, but we can stop that. We can stop it before the bankruptcy a lot of the times, depending on the situation. We can help them figure out how to work with their creditors, put things into our debt consolidation program, reduce their payments. Sometimes they have to have a credit hit for a little while, but in the long run, it's a better option for them.
It's better to deal with it than to just try to ignore it, because it's not going to go away.
Well, people put their head in the sand, and then when they, finally somebody digs the sand out around them, they're like, what the F is going on? And it's like, this has been happening. You've just chose to ignore it. It's not going to help it. It just makes it worse.
So you guys, it's E and then Z Credit Consulting. Mm-hmm. And what's your website or your email?
Oh, it's Erin. Actually, we changed. Erin at EZCreditExperts.com.
So
people have a hard time
Erin
spelling consulting.
Is it E?
ERIN at EZCreditExperts with an S on the end.com.
Can somebody put that on there? ERIN? At EZ
Credit
Experts with an S.
.com.
And that way you guys can get a hold of her. But you get a lot of people because people are afraid, and you can do things for them.
Yeah, it's funny because we get people that call us all the time, and they're like, I had this one old guy call me. He's like, I've called 5 different places today, but I like you. It's because we'll tell them how it's real. Hey, that's dumb. That's not the right idea. This is how it's supposed to go. Those people that you're talking to have no idea what they're talking about. This is how it's supposed to be. We understand. I'm not just reading a script. I didn't just start doing this. I've been doing this for a lot of years, and not just looking at collections and looking at credit reports. I've been through the situation. So I've, had great credit, and then I had shitty credit, and then I had to build it back up too. So I've had to deal with cash. I've had to deal with high interest rates. I've had to deal with all those kind of things, credit denials, so I can help people and empathize and help them get through it and really understand it.
Right. Well, my wife went in and she kind of helped Kathy figure out how to do some budgeting things for us. And Kathy goes, it wasn't even embarrassing at all, because you're just here it is. This is what it is. But that's real personal for people, is your finances. It's kind of like you're sharing some intimate details about your life.
Yeah, finances and credit are really, really, really intimate, and that's why we try to be the way we are, just straight, clean. There's not a lot of fluff. It's just, this is how it is. I mean, there's no point in, it's black and white. You have the money, you don't have the money. You should make the choice, you shouldn't make the choice. Every question in life has a yes or no. There's not a maybe and an if and a well, because it's yes or no. Should I buy this? Do I have the money? Yes or no.
And if you're doing all the other stuff, Miss Tanya already has. Thank you, Miss Tanya. Oh, she put it on there. Thank you, Tanya. Put your thing on there.
Thanks.
So you guys get a hold of Erin and her sisters. They all work in there together. So you go in, and their office is right off Pioneer Park or Q Street,
right behind the bow rack.
Behind the bow rack. So if you make it past the bow and arrows, you'll get to her office, and then that's where the heavy artillery is.
Yeah. No. We don't like pull out the whips or anything.
No, but you're good with people.
We are good with people.
You love this, don't you?
I do. I love helping people, and we want to make it easy for them, and we want to make it not embarrassing. A lot of times, most people say, thank you for not making me feel like a piece of crap. Thank you, you made this so easy. It's very comfortable.
And
those
it makes
kind
people
of things.
Successful.
It does, and we have clients that were our old clients 3 years ago that just call me like, oh my God, this thing happened. They still call us back, even though we've set them up, because they still have questions. You're never done budgeting. You're never done fixing your budget. Stuff's going to happen, and you're going to have to make choices and changes.
Right. So you guys share this on your page. Let other people know. And again, it's Easy Credit, and now you're experts.
Well, we have both the URLs and stuff.
Okay, so Easy Credit Consulting, and go to the website, and you can talk to Erin. She's real approachable. So her sisters, they're all in this together, and they can help you figure out some stuff. And also, you guys, when you're out in Springfield, come out to this 21st Street and come check out this place. It is absolutely huge, 40,000 square feet of antiques, vintage stuff,
And they've got
clothing.
some good prices on some stuff, and they got a little like coffee bar and like some little scones and cookies.
So, but
Got
if
snacks.
you run into Erin, be careful because she's a mean shopper.
I am not a mean
Hey,
shopper.
I went to Kohl's with her once for Christmas, and man, we came out of there. I felt bad.
We're gonna do grocery
Kohl's-
shopping sometime.
Oh, we should do. Yeah, I feel bad for the Kohl's people. I think
I know a lot of
paid
times.
us.
I know a lot of times. I'm like, I better get out of the store before they like attack me and realize how good.
Before
of a
they
deal.
realize how much money they actually paid me to be here
Yep,
today.
yep.
That's the way you want to go shopping. So thanks for being here.
Thanks for having
Oh,
me.
you're welcome. So you guys share this around so other people can know, because you never know who's on your page, who's having financial problems, because they're probably not telling you about it, and this might be the answer they have. So that's
And visit the vintage industry.
yeah. Come in here and visit this
They're
place.
having a garden party, I think, or something like that, April 5th, 6th, and 7th. So I don't know what they do there, but they're probably gonna have like extra cool treats and stuff.
So tomorrow at noon, HungryDucks.com is taking us to the new Royal India restaurant over on Valley River Center. And what's funny is because you see things at Valley River Center and you think they're a chain. This is a local family, and,
awesome.
and they run this place. So I'm really excited to go taste that food. And then on Friday we have a double header. Same thing. Fifth Street Public Market is doing St. Patty's Day early. And so they're doing, we're going to talk about an event that's going on Friday night. And then Friday night, Katie Hallert is taking us to the party, and we're going to go party. They're having whiskey tasting and
Nice.
all kinds of stuff in the International Cafe. So Friday's all about St. Patty's Day, a day early. There'll be bagpipes and all that kind of
Do
stuff.
you have any leprechauns?
I don't know. Some little short people, you know. I don't know. That's not a leprechaun accent, but I don't. It's the best I can do. And then what do we have next week? Oh, Sean from the Prill Day Spa called today, and I said, "So Sean, what are we doing this month?" And he says, "I think we're going to do a peel on you."
Fun.
So I don't know what that is, but it sounds dangerous. Last time they waxed the hair off my back.
Is that fun?
It was okay, and then they pulled the hair out of my nose, and so
That
now
felt
they're
great.
gonna it didn't hurt actually that bad. Now they're gonna peel my face. I was just like, maybe I'll come out looking like 20 years younger.
Hopefully.
Probably not. Hopefully, what is that supposed to mean? Oh, there goes Aaron. Bah, 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 bah. No, now somebody will call in and go, "You shouldn't be beating up women." We get that, you know what I mean? So again, you guys, Springfield, Aaron, Easy Credit Consulting. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing us this place, and I will see you tomorrow at noon at the Royal India. I think it's called Royal India Restaurant or something like that. But we'll get it tomorrow. Awesome information. Thanks, Gina, and yeah, give her a call because she can help you out. All right, see you guys later.
Have a good day.